I want to hear what the Portland Trailblazers fan base is saying about Damian Lillard and the possible trades. Recently, I went to Blazers Edge to find a
Whoa,
ranking.
whoa, whoa.
I know.
Blazers Edge?
Blazers Edge. The Blazers Edge.
Sounds like the Blue Oyster, man.
Hey, you ever been to the Blue Oyster?
No,
Dun,
I mean,
dun, 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 dun,
no, I
dun,
would
dun,
never be at the
dun,
Blue
dun.
Oyster.
You can always go accidentally. Nobody goes to the Blue Oyster. Well, nobody in the movie ever went to the Blue Oyster on purpose.
The sergeant did.
Oh, what a movie, Police Academy 1 through 4, and then the
Steve
other one,
Gutenberg, man.
Steve Gutenberg.
I
God
wanted
bless
to be
him.
him for a minute.
God bless
He was
him.
my favorite actor for a second.
I loved
Him,
Police
short.
Academy.
It was what was it? Short Circuit.
Oh yeah,
Johnny B. You know,
yeah.
Johnny,
So
Johnny Five.
we go to Blazers Edge, and they are having a ranking potential Damian Lillard trade packages. They give a top 10. What do you think their 10th, meaning their worst scenario would be, Vlad?
On a guess,
Take a
the
guess.
Heat. The Heat.
Why would I be asking?
The Heat. Well,
Yes.
clearly they don't have really the package that that the Portland Trailblazers would want.
Let's talk about the Heat's quote unquote package. Salary ballast. Okay. They say Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry. Decent prospects. Jaime Jaquez Jr., Nikola Jovic, Caleb Martin. And then a picks. They've got those 2 future first and a pick swap. This is what they say. Jaquez and Jovic aren't ringing my bell, and Hero is not a game changer. Martin's a nice role player, but will be 28 when the season starts. This is a less than ordinary return for a player in Lillard who would no doubt get the Heat close to a title.
And Martin's only got 1 year and left in his contract.
Right.
So you're not. I don't know if they're willing to give him an extension or anything like that. He might be a great piece during the trading deadline if they're not in any position to contend for the playing game or anything like that.
So the Heat aren't exactly, at least when it comes to the fan base of the Trailblazers, and I think they kind of speak for the higher ups, aren't exactly ringing the bell. Like he says, Jaquez and Jovic aren't exactly ringing his bell. Not a game changer. Tyler Hero, Caleb Martin, role player, but he's 28. Less than ordinary return for Lillard, who is definitely going to put them over the top. Yeah, Vlad, I can see if you're a Portland Trailblazers fan how this is not the sexiest trade option for your team.
Get fans, right? The general manager. That's the man that's got to go to ownership and say, we're going to trade the best player, the guy, yes, Dame Lillard, and this is what we're getting in return, and I need you to be okay with this because I know my job is on the line. My ass is on the line if I don't get this right. I have to get this right. This is my first big move
Make
as
a
general
statement.
manager. I have to get this right because if I don't get this right, I am out of a job in 2 years, and I will always be remembered
Right.
as the guy who effed up this franchise when trading Damian Lillard.
You are going to be a laughing stock, and you are going to be infamous. You're going to be known as the guy that gave Dame Lillard away for not much, and Dame Lillard going on to help the Miami Heat win another championship. So he does not want to be that guy. Can't totally blame him. Other people have talked about the LA Clippers being a possible trade partner. They have the 9th most attractive pick according to Blazers Edge. They said salary blast, Norman Powell, Robert Covington, Marcus Morris Sr., Nicholas Batum. None of those excite me.
Why would I want some of the guys that played on my roster on Portland already?
Right. Decent prospects, Ivaka Zubac, Terrence Mann, Bones Highland, Brandon Boston, and of course 2 future and a pick swap.
All right. If you don't want Tyler Hero, you don't want Terrence Mann or Terrence Mann.
Yeah. You don't want these guys. The Clippers are in a similar pick situation to the Heat. 3/4 of the veterans have already played in Portland. Been there, done that.
That's what I'm saying.
And none of the younger decent rotation players are close enough to being good enough for a return for Lillard. Yeah.
Yeah, I already said, yeah, Powell, Covington, all those guys played for Portland when Portland was trying to contend. They played with Dame. So what are they gonna do? They could be vets to the young guys, but they're also guys that want to win a title. They want to compete for a title at least. So going to a rebuilding project back in Portland is not what you want to do.
So 3rd on their list of, I'm sorry, I've got a color on the other line, is Philadelphia 76ers. Salary blast, Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker. Decent prospects, Tyrese Maxey, DeAnthony Melton. And then it gets complicated, he says, with the picks. 76ers, Thunder, the picks could be conveying. 76ers aren't getting Lillard with picks alone. The only reason Philadelphia is even on this list is, of course, you guessed it, Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, but then Maxey falls in the Tyler Hero situation. They got 3 guards already. They already have Sharp, they have Scoot Henderson, and they have Simons.
That's
Anthony
exactly what
Simons.
they're saying. They said
So,
they have those 3 guards already.
it makes
Why
no
would they need
sense.
Tyrese Maxey?
You got to, in order for you to make this deal good for Portland, you got to give them a wing or a big man.
Yeah, that's what they want. And then they want picks.
And they want picks. They're gonna get the picks, but they want 2 starters or 2 good players, and whoever you want to give them, it's gonna have to be a wing.
And are we still saying this? There's no way Pat Riley pivots and trades Bam Adebayo? No way?
Nah,
0%?
It makes no sense.
0%.
Why would Dame come?
Okay, now on their I'm listening list, Vlad, you'll get excited about this, or maybe not. The New York Knicks, salary blast, Evan Fournier, decent prospects, Mitchell Robinson, Emmanuel Quickley, Quentin Grimes, Miles McBride. Of course, the picks have all their own first perks for the future with the Mavericks, Pistons, Wizards, Bucks, and everything like that. Knicks are surprisingly well placed to go after a big name. Fournier's 2 remaining years is a very definition of a salary blast. Robinson and Grimes are interesting young players, and the Blazers could pretty much pick for the draft assets that suit them. Interesting? No?
All
Yes?
right.
Are you interested, Vlad? I would be willing to give up that. Evan
Here's
Fournier.
the thing. Here's the problem with this. I've had this talks with my friends
Mhm.
and people in the know. I don't like a short backcourt.
You're going to have a short backcourt, but you
I
got a guy that
don't
can
like
score
a
32.
short backcourt. That was the problem with Donovan Mitchell. And I coming in today, I also heard that Donovan Mitchell might be in trade speculations after this during the trade deadline in February if the Cavaliers season is going not so well. He's gonna want to trade because they're gonna have to talk about extension. But the Knicks' name is always mentioned with Donovan Mitchell for some reason.
Be a nice piece.
It'd be a nice piece, but he's also. I think Dame and Donovan Mitchell might be the same height. If I'm
oh
not
yeah,
mistaken.
they're
They're like
pretty much the
6'2".
same player,
right?
Except
So,
Dame can score a little bit better. But yeah, they're the same build.
Right. So I don't know, man. I don't want $60 million at 37. Like, it's crazy for me to think about it, but of course you want Dame, but to give up those pieces that you have to, giving up Mitchell Robinson, we're going to find another big man.
Right.
It took us 5 years. It took us 3 to 4 years to develop that big man. So it's not going to, you be lucky to find that a person like that quick, a person who just knows his role and tries to perfect that role. Another thing, we have guards. Do they need other guards? No, they don't need other guards. Fournier's a guard, even though with the contract. I like what's his name? The guy that Tobin was trying to get he was trying to get him to he was trying to get the fans to get on him. The Knicks guard, Grimes. Grimes.
Quentin.
I like Grimes, but they all are guards, and Portland is
no need for guards. They're flush with guards. They're flush with guards.
They flush with young guards.
Yeah, they got enough.
Yeah,
and they got good ones. At least we think they're going to be good.
Next
now,
team.
Other 2 teams that everyone's been mentioning: the Boston Celtics. Here's a salary blast: Derek White, Al Horford, Malcolm Brogdon, decent prospects. And I disagree with this. Jaylen Brown is not a decent prospect, but they say Jaylen Brown, Robert Williams III, and Peyton Pritchard. Plus, they have most of their first-round picks except a swap with the Spurs in 2028. I mean, yeah, Jaylen Brown. But once again, how many guards do you need on the Portland Trailblazers? But Jaylen Brown was second-team All-NBA.
I mean, you could have Jaylen play the 3.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, a lineup of Henderson, Sharp, Brown, and Jeremy Grant, and you could put a center because they're getting rid of. That's the other thing. And also, does Portland want to get of your what's his name? The big man, Yusuf Nurkic.
Nurkic, yeah. We haven't heard anything since that one time.
So they're also getting rid of him. Also, is he part of the deal going to Portland?
That's a good deal, man. That's a good deal.
Because in a deal like that, if you have Robert Williams, Jaylen Brown, hopefully Henderson and Anthony Simons get better, Portland could compete for a playing game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We know that. Brooklyn Nets, Ben Simmons, nobody wants him. Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal, the salary blast, decent players. Nick Claxton, Cam Thomas, Day'Ron Sharpe. The picks, Brooklyn's got a ton of mid to short first-round picks. I don't know if that really moves.
A lot of picks.
I don't know if that moves the needle so much for if you're a Portland Trailblazers fan, but they're saying it's decent right there at 5, right in the middle. Some of the better ones, let's see, New Orleans sends CJ McCollum back over to Portland. Okay, Jonas Valanciunas, Larry Nance Jr., decent prospects once again. Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, and Jose Alvarado. That is a lot for the Pelicans to give up, plus some of their own first picks. That's a lot for the Pelicans to give up for Damian Lillard. What are you going to have? So you got Brandon Ingram, Damian Lillard, possibly keep Zion Williamson, but then you got guys like Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Jose Alvarado, Jonas Valanciunas, Larry Nance, CJ McCollum. I don't know, man. That, to me, if I'm a Pelicans fan, which I am, I'm going to say pass on that deal. Too much.
No, you're not doing that.
Too much.
Listen.
Although CJ McCollum would probably like to go back to Portland. Portland would like him back.
Why would he go to go back to Portland?
Well, they've already seen what happened.
Seen what happened? Why would he go back to Portland and Dame not be there?
Right. He had a good season with the Pelicans, though. He was averaging around 20 points.
That's not a reunion. That's not the reunion that he wants.
Now, Blazers edge, the two that they do like, that they're willing at least to accept. Utah Jazz. Salary blast. Colin Sexton, Kelly Olynyk, Talon Horton-Tucker. Decent prospects. Taylor Hendricks, Okaya Ogunbaja, Keontae George, and Walker Kessler. Of course, they owe some picks they owe picks to the Thunder. They got some free agent collection. They've got a couple of picks that they have protected. They say they like that. Is that sexy to you? I mean, Colin Sexton, Kelly
Olynyk.
Walker
Kessler.
You like Walker Kessler? Walker Kessler is a very good player.
I would do a trade, but I mean, he's not going to Portland. Would he go back to Utah? He did play out there in Ogden, right?
Yeah.
At Weber State.
Yeah, but man,
I like Taylor Horton-Tucker. He played well.
Colin Sexton's a good player,
Lakers.
but I mean, once again,
Colin
guards.
I don't know what's going on. He's injury, and they don't need a guard.
Guards.
That's going to be a buyout.
Yeah, who wants that?
I think you would definitely look at Kessler, Taylor Horton-Tucker, and Taylor Hendricks. But I mean, I really think
that, and I'm telling you,
Vlad, you really look at it, man. I mean, Miami doesn't have the best offer, but everybody else
doesn't have the best offer either.
Whatever they're gonna give, they want to give them. They already have.
There's not a lot of great offers on the table. Their favorite.
This is not the NFL with there's like 57 players.
Yeah. They're number one though, Vlad. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You said it. The San Antonio Spurs. They like this. The salary blast. Doug McDermott, Dougie McBuckets. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at this Spurs offer.
Decent prospects: Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sochan, and Devin Vassell.
I mean, they own all their own first, plus a collection of the Atlanta Hawks first, a Raptors first, a Hornets first, and a top 11.
So they just want picks. They just want picks.
If you're Portland, you want the picks.
That's all they want.
But here's the thing: if V-Dub yesterday showed me something, if he had last night, I mean,
I know.
If he showed me, like, if he wowed, like first game,
or even just went on a 10-minute stretch and
like
just
you
balling.
saw it, you were like, man, him and Dave would be destruct. Like that pick and roll game would be this.
Yeah.
Unstoppable.
Instead,
then you could, but no.
So this is the thing now.
We're at a stalemate.
The Heat don't have the best offer, but then again, nobody really has a good offer. That's what we're gathering right now, Vlad. So if you're Portland, you got to go, what are we going to do?